Hello. I'm going to teach you how to use Premiere. So what you're going to do first is go up to the magnifying glass up here, which is called Spotlight Search, and type in Premiere, P-R-E-M, and it comes up Adobe Premiere. So you double click on this to open it, and it'll take a little longer to open than it just did here. I had it opened early so that I could get right into this. So you click on New Project and you title your film whatever you're going to do. So this is using Premiere. And then you say OK. And it opens up with what's called your workspace. Now I like to use the workspace called All Panels, which is up here like that, but some people like different ones. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go New Sequence, because that's what your timeline is. That's how you make your film. And what you're going to do is you're going to go to 1080p, 1080p and DVC Pro HD, which is high definition, and you say OK. So once I've got my sequence set up, I'm going to go get some clips to work with. So I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to go to Import. And on the side hard drive, which is McCart C5 Annex, on your Annex, which is a little hard drive with a orangish yellow image to it or icon, you're going to find a thing called the car commercial. And go ahead and click on Import. And it's going to ask to import some files, and import as individual layers, because there's some things in there that we'll need to do that with, and then say OK. And it's going to have some things that it doesn't want to import, but that's OK. Say OK. And now what you've got is in your project using Premiere, you have a folder that says car commercials, and we have our sequence that we've created. So now I'm going to open up the car commercial folder, and inside that there's several items. There's a music and voiceover, there's Ford footage, and there's 3D elements. And then there's some different things here that we'll use later. So I'm going to close this, and I'm going to open up the Ford footage. And I've got some things here. There's some footage of Aerostars, and there's a Ford logo. There's Mustang convertible, there's Mustang, or red Mustang, and there's another van, and there's some interior shots, and there's a Ford Taurus and the Probe. So they got all this stuff here. So what you're going to do is you're going to choose one of these videos to start with. So I'm going to start with the Mustang convertible here, and so I double click on that, and then I can move my bin down out of the way here, and move this out of the way as well. And here's the footage of the Ford Mustang. So it starts with this point of view, driving down the road. Then there's several switches and things like this, and on and on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the image of the lady going around the corner. So I'm going to get up here closer to where the corner is. So I'm dragging. This is called the scrub bar, where you can drag the video like this. You can also use the keys J, K, and L. L makes the video play forward, K stops it, J makes it rewind. You can also use the space bar to pause it and unpause it. So I'm going to go right here. So I'm going to go right as she comes around the corner like this. So I'm going J to rewind that. I'm going L to play it forward. And so I'm going to go back here. And then I type in an I. And I is the input. There's also these little icons right here, mark in and mark out. So I could click there, or I could just type I on the thing. And you'll notice it's now highlighted this. So it says there's his in point. Now where's his out point? So I push L and let the car go around the corner, and then I hit O for out. And now I've got a little clip here that's ready to go down on my timeline. And then to do that, I simply drag it down into my timeline, and I put it on video 1. Oops, grabbed a little bit there. So I put it on video 1, which is right here. and it says the clip does not match the sequence settings. Do I want to change the sequence to match the clip setting? And I do in this case, not all the time, but I do in this case because this is not 16:9 like we use now. This is back in the old television. These clips are fairly old. So I am going to change the sequence settings so it matches my footage. So now, down here at the bottom, you can see my video, and there's a little scrub bar, not a scrub bar, there's a little bar across here. So if I push this out, push it down, it makes my clip a little larger to work with. So here's my clip. So I play it. So I can play it like this. So I've started making my film. Now I'm going to go back into the car commercial, or actually I'm going to go into this folder, and I'm going to get the music voiceover. So there's a voiceover here that's called Brown Brothers Ford. And so I'm going to take that sound bite, and I'm going to drag it down and put it in the top audio, in audio 1. This is video 1, this is audio 1. And the clip delays a little bit, so
hey BC.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this over till right where it begins, and then I'm going to push this down. And here's my beginning of my advertisement.
Hey BC, you wanted the best way to save.
And then so what you want to do when you edit is when there's a change in voice or something like that, or it comes to the end of a sentence, that's when you want to edit the change. So I'm going to start with, hey BC, you wanted the best way to save, you got it.
Hey BC, you wanted the best way to save, you got it.
Okay, so the best way to save, and now I'm going to get another clip. So I'm going to close this clip here, and I'm going to open my Ford footage, which is down here, and I'm going to get another shot. So in this case, I'm going to use the Taurus here, and I'm going to find some shots. And what you want to do is when a car's going one way, having it come back the other way makes it really nice back and forth. So I'm going to come right here, and I'm going to have this Taurus come right around the corner and go by the car, go by us like that. So I'm going to go I for in, and then L to let it play, and then O for out. So then I just drag this down here, and listen to what I got now.
Hey BC, you wanted the best way to save, you got it, today from 10 till 10.
And I'm going to pull this out so it goes from 10 till 10.
Save, you got it, today from 10 till 10.
And so there's my first two clips. And then there's also in here in the music, there's car commercial music. There's two of them here. There's one's a guitar track and one's a little jazz fusion, I think. Yeah, jazz fusion, or and I'm hitting the space bar to get those to play. So this one seems a little bit more like the guy's talking. So I'm going to drop it down here into the audio track 2. And I'll move these over the side so you can see there. So here's audio 2, audio 3, audio 4. You can keep stacking those up. Now, I don't want the music to be that loud because you can't hear the voiceover over the music.
Hey BC, you wanted the best way to save, you got it, today from 10 till 10.
Okay, so the way you turn the sound down is you pull this little guy out here and make everything a little taller so you can see it. And then right in the middle, right here, there's the volume. So if you pull this down, see that bar that's dropping down? So I can pull the music down and then listen to it.
Hey BC, you wanted the best way to save, you got it, today from 10 till 10.
Okay, so that's pretty much how I start editing. So what I'm going to do now is keep adding clips till I finish up the whole commercial. So I would go to get another clip. Let's get this Mustang here, and using the scrub bar, I'm going to go out here. I like this shot of the the wheel well going by, so I'm going to go I for in and an O for out, and I'll drag this down and drop it in here, and then I'll listen to what I've got going here so far.
Till 10, it's Brown Brothers Ford's one-day blowout.
Okay, so I like that to end at Brown Brothers Ford's one-day blowout. And now I'm going to also get, got a thing here that has the Brown Brothers Ford logo. So let me see, here's under 3D Elements. And so I'm going to get this Brown Brothers Ford, and I'm going to drop it in right above the little Mustang that I got there. So now I've got this Brown Brothers Ford
Till 10, it's
logo.
Brown Brothers Ford's one-day blowout.
Okay, so that's how I put in another element. So now what you're going to do is finish recording the, finish
350 vehicles.
doing the ad. So you're just going to keep adding different clips. So go to your Ford footage. Got the car heading from right to left on the screen. So now I'm going to find a picture of one of the cars going right to left to right. So let's get my Ford probe here. Kind of scrub this. So let's see.
You have to stay here till 7.
So I'm gonna use this clip right here where the car's coming over the ridge. So I'm gonna go I for in and O for out, and then I'm gonna drop it in here, and let's see how it goes.
Blowout. Over 350 vehicles, sale priced.
And I'm gonna change it when it goes sale priced. So eventually you're just going to keep adding
Hey,
clips.
BC, you wanted the best way to save. You got it. Today from 10 till 10, it's Brown Brothers Ford's one-day blowout. Over 350 vehicles, sale priced. Financing starts at...
Okay, so you just keep adding clips and adding things. So anyway, that's how you do. So keep building your commercial until it's finished.